I wrote my first book back in the day, just when Generation X just said, okay, we have debt, how do we manage it? Now all of a sudden we've got all these different financial products, from prepaid cards, to HELOCs, to reverse mortgages. It's become so complicated that it's almost impossible to keep up with it, because the problem is too is that we're not taught this mandatorily in our schools. Most of the surveys show that most of us learn at home.
This was our first year teaching personal finance and economics, and I thought it was a really great way to almost supplement what our curriculum was, and it turned out to be something that the students could actually hear professionals in their opinion, and they can see like real world experience, because as a teacher there's only so much I can say to a student that they actually retain, but when they see someone that works in finance or works as an accountant or works as a financial planner come into the room and give them real advice, it kind of hits home because it's something that's real to them.
And a lot of our teens are not financially savvy. They go to the check cashing place and they have to pay to get their checks cashed. So I think it's important for them to learn how to manage their money wisely.
I've done banking for rich people, poor people, all types of people, and I've seen a lot of kids just have absolutely no idea about financial literacy, adults too. And I was looking for a really good program that I can get involved with and that's networked with schools and I can teach the kids. So I joined Sensibility, and I got to say that their material is really concise. It's almost, I feel like when I'm teaching the kids with Sensibility, and they're engaged and they're listening and they're learning, I feel like their families and their mom and dad should be here because they would learn as well.
So as a finance student, I came across Sensibility and I thought, like, what a wonderful way to be able to give what I've learned back to people that were in a situation that I grew up in.
So because of the program, I actually started saving more, and my parents noticed it. I'm another person who never has any money, or has like maybe a couple of dollars after I just got paid. So that my parents actually noticed it, and I'm surprised now. Sometimes people actually come to me to borrow money.
Yeah, I mentioned to my brother, because like he saves, but then the money he ends up saving, he wastes it. So I told him you can save, like if you get 20, save maybe like 10. Put 10 aside and then waste the 10, and like little by little it builds up, and then before you realize that you have more money than you started out with, and you actually spend it later.
When I was making my college decision, I was thinking about like the loans and stuff like that, because he kind of also spoke to us about like loans and interest rates and stuff like that. So then I started thinking about that, and that also helped to make my college decision.
I went home to my girlfriend at the time, and she was like, I gotta buy these shoes and they like $200, and I was like, come on, do you really need those? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about what you really need. And I was like, actually, we was arguing a little bit, having a little, how it goes. And I was like, we actually had a little workshop today, and they was discussing, money and how to manage your money and how to really be responsible, because when you get older, you're really gonna need. And I was like, yo, how much did you save, you think, this year? And she said something ridiculous, like $10 or $20 or something like that. So I was like, you gotta really work on that. And, ever since then, like, she really took that, and I really went, and helped her, and she really helped me. And I told my moms about it, and I was like, Ma, I really gotta help you around. We could save like 20 on my check every month and throw it into savings, just to make sure we got some money.
It's nice to see them feel inspired. They think that Christian is a millionaire. They also think that it's obtainable for them to become millionaires. And at the same time, they also realize that it's not going to be handed to them. And they've thought about it. I always get a few interesting questions about where they should put their money, how they can get a degree that's going to help them make more money. They're starting to get interested in this concept of having their money work for them.
Sensibility is a great program. I get the jitters every time, you know, I enter a classroom for the first time. And when I leave, it's that same feeling of excitement and accomplishment when you see somebody really benefit and light up with the things that you're expressing to them and teaching them. It's really fulfilling, and I'm just excited to keep participating in the program.
I would definitely recommend Sensibility because it makes a difference to one person, because you know they could have this mentality that saving is not that important, but it actually is, because it leads up to the future. So I would definitely recommend it.
That's why I'm glad that I took this little workshop we had, because you know I'm really cautious and careful about the way I spend my money, and now I'm willing to save and willing to encourage other people to save as well.